Good day, everyone. So this will be a video presentation with regards to data collection. Now take note, guys, that when we want or when we are conducting a research study, okay, it is very important for us to know or to learn about the process of collecting data. It is also important to know the different sources of data. So this will be our guide for us to at least come up with a more reliable source, okay, in our research study. Now, when we are collecting data, there are actually two general sources that we may have. The first one is the primary source, while the second one is secondary source of data. Now, when we say primary source of data, these are actually sources from which information are gathered directly from the original source or based on direct or first-hand experiences by our respondents. This may include the following. We have interview. It may be done through face-to-face interaction by the interviewer and the interviewee. The researcher will serve as the interviewer, while the interviewee will serve as the respondents in our research study. We can also use questionnaire method, of which these are printed materials, okay? And our respondents will answer this printed material. Now, we can also use personal accounts or diaries if they have diaries, since diaries includes different experiences of that particular respondent in our research study. This is very much needed when a researcher is trying to study sociological type of research. Because it seeks to find information on people's action and feelings by asking them to give their own interpretations, okay? So this will be through personal accounts and diaries. Another one is we can also utilize observation method. So when we say observation method, this is actually physical survey. So you are trying to observe a particular situation, say for example inside the room. You want to observe, or you are trying to study the behavior of your students inside the classroom. So you can done it, or this can be done through observation or maybe physical survey on the inside the classroom. Okay, so it is used to determine the area of classroom. Say for example, one has to measure it through the use of measuring device. So this is through observation or physical survey. Another one is the standard scales or tests like mental ability tests, okay, and other tests developed by professional or experts or groups. Okay, so this is all about standard scales. So when we say standard scale of measurements, these are made by experts. Okay. Another one is we can also utilize internet as one of our primary sources of data. Okay. It can be used for whole range of survey kasi ang internet, alam natin, nandun na lahat. Okay. From structured questionnaire to unstructured interviews and even observational studies and experimental designs. So these different designs that we are utilizing in our research study, we can utilize internet, okay, as our primary source of data. Conducting data gathering through private chat, through Facebook messengers or instant messaging or maybe Google Meeting, such as and also other video chat platforms, okay, and among others are considered to be the latest web-based technology under this internet as primary source of data. On the other hand, we can also have secondary source of data. So when we say secondary source of data, these are libraries, okay? These are actually libraries. So these are libraries or archives generally equipped with sophisticated catalog system. Kasi when we say secondary source, these are sources from which information are gathered from published or unpublished materials that were previously collected by other individuals or agencies used for a purpose other than the original purpose for which they were collected. Okay, so as I said a while back, one of which is the library or archives or databases. All right. So when we say archives, these are collection of published materials in online. So databases ang tawag natin dyan. We can have the Google Scholar, Elsevier, okay, and other journals, other databases. And libraries, these are actually printed materials and online materials. So nandun na lahat kay library yon. They have printed and software or yung mga naka-PDF, yung mga databases nandun kay library. So these are all considered as secondary source of data. Okay? We can also have government departments or commercial and professional bodies which hold much statistical information such as PSA, LTO, and among others. The field which includes ancient cities, building, archaeological digs, such as yung heritage city of Bigan. So, yung mga secondary sources na pwede nating puntahan, okay, to collect the data or to collect the data needed in our study. And another one is the internet that caters a wide array of websites. So as you can see, we can have internet as primary source. We can also use it as secondary source. That would depend on the mode. Okay, that would depend on our way as to the process of collecting the data gathered. We can consider internet as primary if we will conduct face-to-face interactions through Facebook chat, through video call presentation, Google Meeting, and among others. We can also consider internet as secondary source of data if we are looking for databases, researches in a particular database. So that will be considered as secondary source of data. Now, for the methods of the data collection, we can have 5. Okay, we can have 5 basic methods. The first one is through direct or interview method. It is a person-to-person exchange of ideas or answers between the interviewer and the interviewee. Another one is the indirect or the questionnaire method. It utilizes prepared questions that are intended to elicit answers, okay, to the problems of a study. Questionnaires may be mailed or hand-carried. Take note. Number 3, registration or records review. It consists purely of perusal of existing records of an agency or person, such as vital statistics like births, death, marriage, or number of household, and records of motor vehicles and licenses. Certain laws enforce this method of gathering information. The fourth one is the observation method. Okay? It involves recording of an object, event, or behavior through systematic planning of observation. Okay? In certain situations, the person collecting the data may act as a participant or observer to get a first-hand experience of the event he or she is studying. Then lastly, we have the experimentation method. It involves setting up an experiment, okay, by employing the 3 basic principles of experimental design, namely randomization, replication, and error control, in order to obtain relevant and objective information from the experiment. So these are the 5 basic methods that we can have, that we can utilize in gathering the data needed in our study. Okay, so This is my presentation about data collection. So please wait for further videos, okay, with regards to statistics in research. I'll be posting every now and then some videos for this particular course. So thank you again for watching to this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a good day.